just a simple man. He laughs, he cries, he dreams, but he's not Superman. He begged her not to leave. She said she had nothing more she could give. She found someone else and he'd shown her how to live. He said, don't forget, remember me. No matter where on earth you go, there I'll be. I want you to know that you are my world. Just don't forget, remember me. Well, 10 years went by since she left home. She went to visit him, standing there alone. Chiseled in stone, the words that he said, filled with regret, this is what she read. Just don't forget, remember me. No matter where on earth you go, there I'll be. Well, I want you to know that you are my world. Just don't forget, remember me. Oh, don't forget, remember me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
We sit and counted the stars in your backyard. Our first kiss was in your den, and your dad walked in. First time I caught a glimpse of you, I knew my heart belonged to you. There's not a day that goes by the thought of you doesn't cross my mind. You live a proof that dreams come true. I'm a better man because of you. smile, the touch of your lips, your fingertips. Holding you by my side, you as my bride. Well, I'm not sure I've been blessed with you, but all I know is since we said I do, there's not a day that goes by. The thought of you doesn't cross my mind. You live a proof that dreams come true. I'm a better man because of you. I'm a better man because of you. I love you.
That is called Better Man, and before that, don't forget, Remember Me. The artist is Webb Dalton, Webb Dalton Music. If you want to follow him on social media, he will be my special guest on a Triple Play Thursday edition of The Tim Kelly Show on February 13th. You want to be sure to mark that one down on your calendar. That's going to be a great radio interview, and you can check out my full live interview schedule at the bottom of KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Welcome to this Triple Play Thursday edition of The Tim Kelly Show. I am live on that website right now. I am live on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio, and I'm also live on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air. I'm wearing one of my sponsors' t-shirts tonight. I'm not going to tell you which one. You got to come over on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air if you want to check it out, and I will lead you to where you can get you one just like it as well. Welcome to the show. I've got 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday, and a couple of great radio interviews tonight. My good friend Eli Mosley from Florida is going to be up first at the bottom half of this hour, and in hour number 2, my good friend Anthony Bonnet is going to join us on the program. You're going to enjoy their music and the stories behind the songs, and everybody tonight gets played 3 times in a row. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the stations that replay this program. Great stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Tailgate Country Radio from Canada, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, Hot and Funky Radio, and KDubRadio.com. You can also catch the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming formats like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora. Wherever you stream music, just search the Tim Kelly Show, and I will be leading you to new country's best as well. The third one in the Triple Play for Webb Dalton. I love this at a Mexican restaurant. Let's see how it plays out in a song. It is called Rice and Beans on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Politicians spewing out politics, most of them sounding like lunatics. Why can't we all just get along, provide for a family and our own? My mom and dad raised me right, you know, worked hard for a living like long ago. country gray. They took prayer out of the school. Hey, Mr. President, that ain't cool. Get back to the basics, made our country strong. Just set a mind to it, it won't take long. We need to bring a little more of our bacon home after working all week from dusk till dawn. It's a simple concept, nothing new. I'm tired of being overtaxed, how about you? Our government needs to live within their means, even if they have to live on rice and beans. Rice and beans. We need to bring a little more of our bacon home after working all week from dusk till dawn. It's a simple concept, y'all, nothing new. I'm tired of being overtaxed, how about you? Our government needs to live within their means, even if they have to live on rice and beans. Rice and beans. Live on rice and beans. Yeah, rice and beans.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
If it walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it's got to be you in your pickup truck with the painted up blonde-haired girl sitting by your side. When you open your mouth, lies are coming out. I'm the last girl that you're thinking about. Well, baby, I'm the cold hard truth if you can't bear it. Honey, if the shoe fits, go ahead and wear it. I'm tired of you running round and hurting me the way you do. Walk on me and these boots are gonna walk on you. She can have the heart you gave me, 'cause soon she'll have to share it. So honey, if the shoe fits, we'll go ahead and wear it. Keep lying on me. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start telling the truth on you. I'll tell what a two-time and deadbeating man you are. Yeah, I played by the rules. I did my best, but I got a few things to get off my chest. You can't be true, and I think it's time I share it. So honey, if the shoe fits, we'll go ahead and wear it. Yeah, I'm tired of you running round and hurting me the way you do. Walk on me and these boots are gonna walk on you.
number 2.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming with the charge you set in place. So I've been hiding in a bunker to your latest fall from grace. You're running round on me, gave me the primer and the load. Now this powder keg you're dancing on is ready to explode. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set loose with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, and this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come. The first time you betrayed me, raging fireworks lit the sky like Roman candles set ablaze. You saw fire in my eyes. So you like to play with matches and watch the torch burning high. But this powder keg that you've unleashed is gonna rain down from the sky. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set loose with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, and this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come. Yeah, you crumbled our foundation, built the bricks we laid by hand. Then you set loose with the wrecking ball that crushed our wedding bands. My heart's like smoking residue from the barrel of a gun, and this keg will blow your cheating heart. And this keg will blow your cheating heart from here to kingdom come.
She is from a small town in Oklahoma with a big voice in the world of country music. Her name is Mackenzie McKetty. She is 15 years young. You can check out the video to that song, Powder Keg, on ICTV. That is Indie Country Television. That is at the top of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. We are radio and television. I've got those videos playing 24/7 around the clock when I'm not doing radio shows. Mackenzie McKetty, go check her out. That was called Powder Keg, and before that, another great tune called If the Shoe Fits. We're going to play one more from her to complete her triple play on this Triple Play Thursday. And then after that, my good friend Eli Mosley from the state of Florida, where they just got snow the other day, is going to join me on the program as well. The third one in the triple play for Mackenzie McKetty is called Like the Movies on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
The silver screen betrayed me when it showed me what love was like. I had high expectations, but I got devastation when I realized it wasn't right. But then I found you, and I never knew I could could feel a love like this. Our hearts fit like a glove. No one could ever love me the way that you do. 'Cause love, it's not like the movies. It's not all fairy tales, happy endings. But since I found you, my heart's been set free. 'Cause your love is like a movie to me. My heart does flips when your fingertips just brush across my skin. If we were in Hollywood, I know they would make a movie about our love. No one is perfect, but darling, it's worth it. We'll make it out just fine. Through the trials and tribulations, you're my final destination, and I'll prove it to you tonight. 'Cause love, it's not like the movies. It's not all fairy tales, happy endings. But since I found you, my heart's been set free. 'Cause your love is like a movie to me. 'Cause your love is like a movie to me.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday. That means every artist on the show gets played 3 times in a row, and I'm excited to play 3 songs from this next gentleman. He has been a special guest on my show before. His name is Eli Mosley from Florida. How are you, my friend?
Hey, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program tonight. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to play your great songs.
I appreciate it very much. Thanks for the exposure. And how'd y'all do during that winter storm we just had a couple weeks ago?
We got 6 to 8 inches of snow, and we've still got a bunch on the ground. It is slowly melting away.
There you go. There you go.
But it is January. I'm ready to see it go away already. I tell you what, I'm ready for spring. Yeah. And in Florida, it probably, when it gets 50 degrees, you're probably freaking out over there.
No, it's gotten actually pretty cold this year. It's it was down into the 30s, and it's supposed to get even colder coming up here soon. So.
Yep. Absolutely. Anytime the orange juice is frozen, that's the only time you can concentrate, right?
Right, exactly.
Got to keep the orange juice frozen, but we don't want it 30 degrees on the trees out there. So.
Right.
Yeah. So Florida, you born and raised there?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yep.
And I
born
see
and raised and chasing cows and running the ranch and touring. All that fun jazz.
I was just going to say that. I see you run a cattle ranch as well. And so tell us kind of how that got started for you. You grew up on a farm?
No, sir. We just had a family friend of ours who owned a ranch. And when touring kind of came to a crashing halt during the whole COVID pandemic, I wound up kind of working a little more than part-time for him, and then all of a sudden I was full-time in that, and then not knowing when the whole touring and the road and doing shows would open back up, and so I got into that pretty heavily, and now here I am just loving life, and it gives me a lot of good content on the road to or a lot of good content to write about and sing about when I'm out on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw that since 2014, you have been on the road extensively, and you've opened for some of the great artists that you hear on the mainstream radio, like Tracy Byrd, Tracy Lawrence, Joe Nichols, Tyler Farr, Jana Kramer, Parmalee, Jake Owen, Maren Morris, and even more than that.
Yeah, well, and then last year we opened for Cody Johnson, John Party, Jelly Roll. It was quite a
There you
quite
go.
a year.
Awesome. I was playing Cody Johnson as an independent. In fact, I believe he still holds the record for selling out NRG Stadium down there in Houston as an independent artist. So.
As an independent, yeah, I was right before he got signed.
Yep, that is awesome.
That'll get anybody signed.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you're looking to get signed or not either, but you got some great music, and the world's going to take notice. And we're going to put you on 11 radio stations doing the show tonight.
I love it. Thank you so much. That's really awesome. We've been put this new album out, and it's called We Still Ride, and it's 11 songs that are from the heart and from the soul. And it was kind of funny because it kind of took place. The first of the singles that we released was kind of shortly right after I decided that I was gonna not really play the Nashville format game anymore, and I was gonna start telling my own story and singing about what I wanted to sing about and write about what I wanted to write about and writing with who I wanted to write. And if a song wasn't written in 3 hours by a committee, so what? My favorite song I've ever actually written was called Anna Maria, and it's off the new album, and it is a beautiful song about a beach coastal island town in Florida that it's a great place to fall in and fall out of love. And it's just, I took over a year and a half to write that song.
Is that right?
I did, and it came out so beautifully with the musicians that were on this album. We had literally the best of the best musicians that you can get on this album.
That is awesome. Isn't that the beauty of being an independent artist, too? Like you just mentioned, you get to make the kind of music you want to make, write what you want to write, and, and you've got something that you're so excited about that you just can't wait for people to hear it, that you did by yourself.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that is
absolutely.
Cool.
That is such a fun way to go.
You have collaborated with other artists, though, and songwriters such as Steve Dean. He wrote Watching You for the great Rodney Atkins, and then a guy by the name of Frank Myers. He did I'm Already There, my favorite Lone Star song, I Swear, and My Front Porch Looking In. Those are all recognizable when you hear them on the radio for sure.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of funny, that all got started working with those guys. I got invited a few years ago down to a songwriting festival in South Florida, and it's a big songwriters festival that BMI puts on. It's called the Island Hopper Fest, and it's kind of funny because it flies under the radar. Everybody thinks about big songwriters festivals. They think about the big Key West Songwriters Festival down in May in the Keys. Well, about 5 or 6 years ago, I got invited down to the Island Hopper, and it's a lot smaller and it's a lot more intimate, and so the writers are all it's smaller crowds, smaller venues, and the writers are all a lot more accessible. So I became kind of friends with some of these country music icons as far as country music writing was concerned, and they have been so gracious and have taken me under their wing. Guys like Steve Dean, Frank Myers, Gary Hannon, Aaron Barker. Goodness gracious, Aaron Barker is like my new grandpa. He is. Aaron Barker wrote his first song he ever wrote was Baby Blue, and then he wrote Love Without End Amen, Easy Come, Easy Go.
Wow.
I Can Still Make Cheyenne for George Strait. What About Now by Lone Star. And Aaron Barker is just one of the nicest guys in the world, and he's been so great to me. We've never written together, but he has been just the greatest advisor and mentor, and just person to bounce ideas off of. And he's just so gracious. And so some of these guys I ran into and started meeting turned into great writing sessions, like with Steve Dean. Songs like that I wrote, like Our Song and Like We Only Have Tonight, are songs that Steve wrote with me. And then, of course, he's written song number ones for George Strait and Rodney Atkins and Reba. And it's just such an honor to be able to go make music with the guys that literally shaped my love of country music.
Yeah, that is awesome. And there is so much talent out there, and I talk about this all the time. And you may have done this in Nashville, go to some of these writers' rounds and whatever. With all of that talent in the room, it's amazing what's going to come out of that at the end of a 2.5, 3 hour session, whatever they do. And it's just crazy good stuff, And I've got songwriting friends that tell me they've got as many as 2,000 songs in their library to pull from.
Yeah, I've heard that too, and I don't know how they do that. But, for me, it's funny. I know a lot of writers. In fact, I was talking to one this last weekend in Texas that have like a quota a year to fill. They say, well, I got to write 200 songs a year or 100 songs a year. And, I've just started writing ideas that make me want to actually write. And there are songs that are from the heart. And I don't know. I'm not saying that that's necessarily wrong to pump out a bunch of songs, because one of the biggest and best pieces of advice I've ever been given was, if you want to write a good song, write 100 songs completely through them all in the trash, and now go write your first good song.
Wow.
And that's a great piece of advice. But at the same time, now that I've gotten to where I've written probably 500 songs in my life, I just really want to write the ones that matter, that mean most. So I don't know. It's a different approach. If something is gnawing at me, something's on my heart, I want to say that, and that's what I'm going to say instead of writing another one of these formulaic. I'm in my pickup truck on a dirt road with my tan leg girlfriend, sipping on moonshine around a campfire. Almost Mad Lib country music songs.
Yeah.
I wrote one the other day that was that we put on the album. It was a few months ago. We put on the album called "Slipping Away," and when I was a kid, I had a brain tumor develop, and I went through a very, very risky experimental surgery at the time that only gave me less than a 30% chance of survival to have the brain tumor removed. And, nobody really ever knew where the brain tumor came from. It wasn't hereditary. We don't know. We don't really know if it was hereditary. We don't know what it was. And then here we have our first baby that was just born, and I have this fear all of a sudden that, what if it is something that I'm passing on to her, and I have to go through what my parents went through? Mm-hmm. And so I wrote a song that's basically from the point of view of the parents watching their child go through either cancer or a terminal illness, and it's called "Slipping Away."
Wow.
And I just wrote from the heart.
I never knew that about you in the previous interviews that we've done, so I learned something new today, and I appreciate you putting that out there, because that is honest and that is real, and and that's the talent that you have, is you want to put those real life stories to music and set that to songs. That is awesome.
Correct. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I think people are really wanting to connect with. And, I would rather reach a parent who's watching their child go through something like that than reach a beer drinker at a bar right now. It's just where I'm at in life.
Yeah, absolutely. I've talked to artists like that too. They still play the honky tonks and bars, but they've had drinking problems, and they're honest and real, and they put that out there to the world, and these addictions are tough, and the temptation is still there. But I just interviewed one here just the other day, and he said the thing that he did was, as soon as the show's over, he goes home. He might visit with folks a little bit, but he's not going to have a drink or do any of that. Just going to go home and, do the things that you do at home and live that kind of life. And that's what's helped him stay clean for the last 4 years.
Right. Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. That's that's really awesome to be able to talk about. It's also, it's kind of funny. And in an ironic sort of a twist, I've got this song on Spotify that is a great song called "Cost of Whiskey," and it's a song about realizing how much alcohol is destroying your life, and that's why you walked away from it. Yeah. And I was talking to the songwriter, who's a very good friend of mine, and I said, and I know that he used to be an alcoholic. And I said, wow, when in your recovery did you write that? And he goes, oh no, I was completely drunk writing that song.
Wow. That's honest. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Yes. And I
The
have a friend in Lufkin, Texas. He wrote a song called I've sold a lot of beer, and that's exactly what they want you to do when they get you to perform at their gigs. Is hopefully they can sell a lot of that, you know.
Yeah. You know, he wrote the most anti-alcohol, anti-drinking song, which is funny because he wrote it, and then that song he really took to heart and wound up not drinking anymore because it is just crazy. It's crazy, but that was just at the same time, and I'm going, "You've got to be kidding me!"
Isn't that something? Now, let me ask you this question. Let's take a trip back in time. How did country music start for you? Was it something you grew up listening to on the radio, and maybe mention some of those artists that influenced you as well?
Yeah, you know, I'm from a small town in Florida, Bartow, Florida. And there was a small town mom and pop country station at the time, and I remember listening to that country station in the car and around our house. And my brother actually was the one that really first kind of fell in love with country music. Mm-hmm. But you know, I grew up listening to you know, people like Alan Jackson, George Strait, Tracy Byrd, and you know, these guys have all are all just, in my mind, iconic artists that I will always kind of shape my music after. Yeah. And you know, some of them I've gotten to meet, some of them I've gotten to open for on the road, and some of them I get to work with their crew. I mean, just this last week I was out in Texas doing a show, and the sound guy that was running the front of house for our show was George Strait's main sound engineer. I mean, it's just that's so fun to be able to meet the people that were, and he's been doing that for years and years and years. You know, it's fun to be able to meet the people that are working the shows that I saw, that I fell in love with. I mean, how cool is that?
That is cool. And it, you know, I talk about it all the time in radio. It was that 90s country that got me, because that's when I moved to Southeast Oklahoma from California. I was playing 80s music before that on the radio, and then when I went to broadcasting school, it was all 80s stuff. I still love that genre of music, and I've got the big 80s channel playing on my website. I love it. But there's nothing better than that kind of country music that was George Strait, you know, Toby Keith and Alan Jackson, like you mentioned, and a lot of those artists coming up in the 90s. So.
Well, and now you kind of got a resurgence of it. Number one, a shameless plug here, but if you listen through to my album top to bottom, it's a very good representation of 90s country.
Yeah, it is.
And I'll tell you why, is because a lot of my writers and musicians on the album were 90s country people.
Yep, that's awesome.
My steel guitar player was playing for Reba all through the 90s, and still plays for Reba. He recorded everything for Brad Paisley. The writers I'm writing with have hits for George Strait and Reba and Brooks Dunn and Lone Star and Alabama, and I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy to see and so you kind of blend the influences, and you wind up creating a 90s country album. But also, you know, you've got these people like Zach Top, you've got these people like Cody Johnson, John Party, who are all you know, really creating 90s country again.
Yep, and I love that too, you know, and some even younger than that. You know, I'm playing a gentleman by the name of Dan Marshall. I think he was on season number 20 of American Idol. He's got a great song called Heaven's Honky Tonk. If you haven't heard that, go check it out. It's Dan Marshall. And this other young gentleman, he's just 20 years old. His name is Caden Wilson. He's got 3 songs out to radio, and he's just fantastic. You know, so there's still a lot of these up-and-comers, young artists that are keeping traditional country music alive, and they, you know, even at their young age, I mean, the 90s country we're talking about is 30 years old. They're in their 20s, and they're still influenced by that 90s country. That just blows me away.
Well, you know, I think independent, small-town, mom-and-pop radio stations are also a big part of that. You know, companies like iHeart are not going to be playing country people. You know, you go listen to any small town station and Zach Top's being played on those stations. I'm being played on 130 something stations. I think it's 138 stations with my music so far, and they're spinning my stuff fairly regularly. And that is such an honor to be able to be having that kind of stuff happen. But yet the big corporations are just playing what they're told to play out of Nashville, and they're not really looking around for new artists, and they're not looking at traditional artists.
Yep.
But I think it's funny because people say, "Oh, there's no good country music being made." Well, I don't think that they're looking at the whole picture. I think a lot of people in Texas, a lot of these artists out of Texas and out of Wyoming and out of Oklahoma and Colorado and the South even are putting out great country music. Just, you got to look for it.
Yep. Hey, and even up north, Canada, I get a bunch of it from Canada, and it's it's real country music too.
Oh, I completely agree.
Yeah. So it is universal, and that's why we're putting you on 11 radio stations tonight. We're in Ireland. We're in Sweden. We just picked up Sweden, a station that reached out to me and wanted my show that's been around since 1979. I thought that's pretty cool. And we don't even have to speak that language. All we have to do is put you on the radio and let you speak your language of country music, and they love it.
And yep. Music speaks a universal language. It really does.
It does. Let's talk about the first song we're going to play tonight. It's called "We Still Ride." Tell us about this one.
Oh, I love this story. This is my favorite songwriting experience I've ever had. I called my buddy Steve Dean, who we've talked about, who wrote "Watching You" for Rodney Atkins, "A Roundabout Way" for George Strait. He's got 9 #1 hits under his belt, I believe. And I called him and I said, "Hey, I want to write a song about cowboy life that exists today. I don't want to write a song about the nostalgic, cowboy life of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I want to write a song with modern day young cowboys and what they're going through." And he said, "This sounds like a fun idea." And I said, "Well, here's the fun part. I've got a town in western Nebraska called Kimball, Nebraska. It's right on Interstate 80, and it's a town of about 2,000 people. And of which I've only ever seen about 200 of them, so I'm not even sure it is 2,000. It's a small town, and it's about 10 miles north of Colorado and 20 miles east of Wyoming." And I said, "I want to write with the cowboys out there. I've become friends with them. I know the culture out there. I want to write a song with them. Would you be willing to fly out and write a song with them?" So he said, "Man, this sounds like a great idea." And one of my friends owns a bar out there, so I asked Steve, I said, "Would you be willing to come out and play a show? We'll do a songwriting show out in Kimball, Nebraska, and we will, then afterwards we'll get together with, 4 or 5 of the guys and write a song."
Mm-hmm.
And so what we did was, instead of getting together with the attitude of writing a song, we decided that we were going to just let them tell stories. We wanted to hear about their experience. We wanted to hear about what they go through, because I'm working cattle in Florida here, and I'm chasing cows out over an orange grove. I'm having to scare off gators and water moccasins while we're pushing through swamps. But out in Wyoming area and Nebraska, they have their own type of problems. They've got wolves, they've got bears, they've got all sorts of stuff. They've got snow and ice that we don't have in Florida. So I said, let's let them tell their story in their lingo, and let's just put it to music. And so we all got together and we stayed up till about 2:00 in the morning and just listened to these guys. We audio recorded it. We took notes. We videoed it. And then the next morning, Steve and I woke up about sunrise and just kind of paced back and forth in the living room of this farmhouse where we were writing with these guys. And Steve and I basically put everything that we had heard the night before into this song, and we called it "We Still Ride."
Wow. Isn't that something?
And what's fun is that while Steve and I made it into a song, we gave everybody equal songwriting credit that was there that night. So you've got songwriter credits. I think there's 5 or 6 of us on that song. And, 4 of those, or all but me and Steve, are not songwriters. They're just blue-collar cowboy, day workers doing what we all dream about doing every day.
Of all the hundreds of interviews that I've done, and I always ask those questions, what is your writing style? Are you lyric-based? Do you have to hear the hook? That kind of thing. You've told me something totally different than going out and listening to these real cowboy stories. I have never heard that before, and I think it's amazing how you wrap that up in 3 minutes and 26 seconds.
Oh, I know. I could. Well, that was more of a Steve thing to be able to pull that off.
Yeah.
But man, I got to be honest with you. It really was the beginning of what I hope to be a bigger project, and that is one day I'd like to be able to go and write a cowboy album with cowboys across the country. I want to write with. See, this one was in western Nebraska, Wyoming, and Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the cowboys worked. I want to go down to Texas and write with a group of cowboys in San Antonio, and then I want to write with a group of cowboys pushing cows in Alabama, and then Missouri and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. They're doing it all over the place. I want to write with them, and I want to hear their stories, and I want to put together a whole album that just has nothing but cowboy stories regionally.
That is amazing. I love these old Western movies so much that I put a Western TV channel on my website, so you can go back and watch those old John Wayne Westerns. You got some Kirk Douglas in there, some of them Trinity movies, the old spaghetti Westerns. But you got to live it doing this and being part of a songwriting tour. That is awesome.
It is. It really is.
Those cowboys are still around, aren't they?
They really are, and that's why the song is called "We Still Ride."
Mm-hmm.
The very end of the song says, you think that those days are gone. You think that it's just something you've seen on TV. Well, we still ride.
That's awesome.
We still live this life.
We're going to play it for the folks right now on the radio. His name is Eli Mosley, and then we're going to come back and talk some more with him and play 2 more songs on this Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
It's 32 out now, but it feels like 23. Saddle up my mount like my grandpa before me, pushing wild horses down the San Luis, cross them over the Rio, keep them out of the trees. I got a hot ham sandwich and a skunk Coors Light, but we still ride. Putting fuel in the tank and putting food on the table, swathing hay in the meadow for the horses in the stable, with the help of my dog, rounding up that cattle, watching them work, sitting tall in the saddle. Ain't a day goes by that Hank ain't by my side, but we still ride. We still ride. We still roll. It's who we are, it's all we know. Working 8 days a week just to break even. It's still the only life we believe in. Until the day we die, cowboys like us, we still ride. You've seen us on TV, you think those days are gone, fading into the night like the West Nebraska sun. But we still ride, we still roll. It's who we are, it's all we know. Working 8 days a week just to break even.
right, sir.
His name is Eli Mosley. That is called We Still Ride. You just heard the story behind that, and man, you get to hang out with the Cowboys and all of that and write a great country song. We're definitely going to keep playing that one. I love it.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, there's nothing better than getting to do these interviews and hear the stories behind these songs. I love that as well. And you've got some great stories off the air. We've been having a good time catching up.
Yes, we have. It's been a bit.
Since we talked last, you have a baby daughter who was just born a couple of months ago.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Congratulations.
Hallie, thank you very much. Hallie Mae. Yep, she's 2 months old right now.
Hallie Mae, that is awesome. So congratulations to you and your wife. And boy, that keeps you humble, doesn't it? And trying to raise her and do it right.
Oh yeah. I've never been yelled at this much in the middle of the night before in my life as much as this baby does.
That's right. And she's probably the one yelling at you too.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Yep, that is awesome. Well, congratulations on all of that. You're a great guy, a great artist, and keep doing your thing, my friend. And we'll sure keep playing you on the radio. And come back anytime.
I appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
You are welcome. We're going to play Like We Only Have Tonight, and then a brand new song that you just sent me here not too long ago called Bad Things, Good Trucks. Tell us about Bad Things, Good Trucks real quick.
Oh my gosh, I love this song. So this song was written by Adam James, who wrote Knowing You for Kenny Chesney, and he's a pretty big hit writer. And he wrote that song with Simon Gugala and a very, very good friend of mine named Jay Taylor. He and I are really good friends in real life, not just on the road and in music, but in real life, longtime friends. And I never had heard the song other than when Jay would sing it at some of his local shows he'd do around the Central Florida area. And one day I was just kind of had this idea. I was like, man, I want to hear that song. Send me a version of that song. So he got a demo that one of the two other writers had put together, and it was the most poppy, bro country, backwards baseball cap sort of a song you've ever heard in your life. And it had a drum machine, and they rapped through the first verse, and instead of saying he's got an F-150, he said he got an F-150. It was just something. And I told Jay, I said, I'm going to record this song because I love it. I love this song. It's called, the long version of this title is Why Do Bad Things Happen to Good Trucks? And it's just kind of lamenting about how every time you get a truck that is just amazing, it has an untimely death. And yet all these amazing trucks are just out there stuck in the city driving around that'll never pull a trailer. And it's kind of almost making fun of the guys in the city that drive these lifted trucks that have never been off-road. Their version of off-roading is washing the truck in the front lawn, Anyway, it's this great song, kind of comedic song, but just a great feel of a song. And it was actually on hold by Luke Bryan.
Okay.
And he was going to put it on an album a couple of years ago. And so I called Jay and I asked him if it was free to record, and he said, yeah, it was available. So I decided I was going to do it, but kind of like what John Party did to, I think it was Dirt on My Boots, where it was a real hip-hoppy sort of a song, and then he turned it into a real country song. I went into the studio with Janae Fleener, who is the new fiddle player for George Strait. She's the fiddle player on all the Cody Johnson stuff you hear. She's the fiddle player on all the John Party stuff you hear. And then Mike Johnson, who is Reba and Brad Paisley's steel guitar player. And he also is doing recording for Cody Johnson and John Party. And just a handful of like the most country musicians I could get out of Nashville. And I told them, I said, all right, I'm going to play for you the demo. Now, how do we save this? How do we make this actually country? And this is what we came up with right here, what you're about to hear.
That is awesome. I love that whole process, man. And great music on the radio tonight with Eli Mosley. Let me ask you this one more question. Where can folks find you on social media if they want to check out more of your great songs?
Instagram at Eli Mosley Music, Facebook Eli Mosley Music, TikTok Eli Mosley Music. They can go to my website at elimosley.com. We've got all the links to everything at elimosley.com. But they want to check out the streaming profiles, Eli Mosley, ELIMOSLEY at all the Spotify, iTunes, every single streaming platform there is. You listen to music on there, my music's there, I promise you.
That sounds fantastic. You know, of all the conversation that we've had in this radio interview tonight, the one thing that I learned is I'm never again going to wear my baseball cap backwards. I don't do that anyways, but I thought that was interesting that you associate that with bro country. That's cool.
It is. And that cowboys write the best country music, whether they're trying to or not.
Boy, isn't that the truth. Thank you for a great radio interview tonight. Eli Mosley, you're a star in the making, my friend. Keep doing your thing.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You betcha, brother. Oh, like we only have tonight from Eli Mosley on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
Baby, put down your phone. It's all bad news. There ain't nothing on there helping me and you. So I'll pour the wine if you'll get the glass. Let's sit out on our porch like it was our last time. Yesterday's a memory, tomorrow's a mystery. Today's our only chance to get it right. While we're living in the moment, baby, let's own it like we only have tonight. Out of the blue, while the sun's going down, it feels like there's no one but us around. Just like that, it's all so clear. We gotta make the most of the days we're here. Yesterday's a memory, tomorrow's a mystery. Today's our only chance to get it right. While we're living in the moment, baby, let's own it like we only have tonight. Whoa. Yesterday's a memory, tomorrow's a mystery. Today's our only chance to get it right. While we're living in the moment, baby, let's own it like we only have tonight. Like we only have tonight.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
He's got an F-150 in the middle of the city, ain't never gonna taste the dirt. Got a brand new lift kit, mossy oak gear shift, grinding it out of first. Oh man, you should be against the law, man. Saddest thing I ever saw, man. Please can't you tell me why? Bad things happen to good trucks. How come the Lord Almighty let a Ford stay shiny and a Chevy just turn to rust? In a world full of people and all of their evil, that's the one thing keeping me up. Why do bad things happen to good trucks? He's got it out without the mailbox up on center blocks, grass growing through the dash. I My cousin Waylon didn't make the payment, so the bank came and took it back. Oh man, it should be against the law, man. Saddest thing I ever saw, man. Please can't you tell me why? Do bad things happen to good trucks? How come the Lord Almighty let a Ford stay shiny and a Chevy just turn to rust? In a world full of people and all of their evil, that's the one thing keeping me up. Why do bad things happen to good trucks? Oh yeah. To good trucks. Why do bad things happen to good trucks? Why do bad things happen to good trucks? How come the Lord Almighty let a Ford stay shiny and a Chevy just turn to rust? In a world full of people and all of their evil, that's the one thing keeping me up. Why do bad things happen to good? Bad things happen to good. Bad things happen to good trucks.
Bad Things, Good Trucks, the brand new single from Eli Mosley to complete his triple play tonight. What a great radio interview, and you got to hear the story behind that song. He's got lots of chops in songwriting, and I'll tell you what, getting to do it with cowboys for real, that is absolutely awesome. So go check out Eli Mosley. Tell him Tim Kelly from the Tim Kelly Show sent you. Stream all of his music, and he's fantastic. So thanks for doing the program again, my brother. I appreciate it. And we pre-recorded that interview, and since then, Florida has got a little bit of snow, like quite a bit of snow. So, yeah, those trees on the orange groves probably got a little bit frosty, but we appreciate having him on the program tonight. Stay warm, everybody. I'll tell you what, we've got the live weather forecast for the whole week of Springfield, Missouri and the Branson area on my website. One more night of cold. It's going to get down to 12 degrees tonight, so stay warm and stay country. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. That is the website. I'm live on it right now. If you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see a radio player. It says Radio Boss. Click play on that, and you'll hear the live audio. You can also scan that QR code behind or below that radio player, and you can download that and save the Tim Kelly Show app on your mobile device for every time I go live. You'll be able to take the audio with you wherever you go. And of course, we got a lot of good people here on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air. I'm looking at all the people coming in here. We want to welcome all of those folks. And I'm also live on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. I recently interviewed this next gentleman. We're going to play 3 great songs from him. If you love Trace Atkins, you're going to love Christian Davis. He's got 3 brand new singles, though, that were sent to me. We're going to debut them right now. This first one is called Boy Gets the Girl from Christian Davis on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
A boy can win a girl's heart with just one look, then break it into with a few words. Spend a few lonely nights to realize that he can't live without her. Yeah, love is crazy like that. Been that way since way on back. The greatest love stories all go like that. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. There's always a movie scene where the guy shows up. Midnight at her door in the pouring rain. Well, it's the middle of the day and the sun is shining bright. But girl, I miss you just the same. Yeah, since way on back. The greatest love stories all go like that. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back. Boy gets the girl, boy loses girl, boy gets the girl back.
Song number 2.
Well, I guess if I'm honest, it has been a little while since she gave me one of her carefree smiles. Not the one that you see in the pictures, but the one she saved for me. That said, here in this moment, you're all I'd hoped you'd be. But still tonight, when she said she needed a little time, letting go for good never did cross my mind. Till the goodbye kiss that lingered a little too long. Till the tear in her eye made me say, baby, tell me what's wrong. Till she drove away and never looked me in the eye. I'm not sure, but that sure felt like goodbye. She didn't come out and say it, but I don't think she'll be back. She left out of here like a woman whose bags were packed. And I should have seen this coming. Oh, I shouldn't be so surprised. She's a child of the highway and the wide open skies. No one man ever held her heart completely. What was I thinking it might be me? Till the goodbye kiss that lingered a little too long. Till the tear in her eye made me say, baby, tell me what's wrong. Till she drove away and never looked me in the eye. I'm not sure, but that sure felt like goodbye. Sure felt like goodbye. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. She sure didn't leave me much to go on. Just a goodbye kiss that lingered a little too long. Just a tear in her eye when I I said, baby, tell me what's wrong. Then she drove away and never looked me in the eye. I'm not sure, but that sure felt like goodbye.
His name is Christian Davis, Christian Davis Music LLC. If you want to check him out, that is called Sure Felt Like Goodbye. And before that, Boy Gets the Girl. The third one in the triple play for Christian Davis is his new single called A Music Man. Check out this one. It is fantastic. On the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a triple play Thursday.
Didn't come here to be famous or to see my name in lights. I didn't come here for the money. Awards don't even cross my mind. But as long as I can remember, I've had a guitar in my hand. It's like God looked at me from heaven and said, I think I'll make a music man. And it was deep down in my bones, woven in my heart and soul. Just a kid there on my bed, trying to get out but hurt his head. And now I live out on the stage. There's people here to hear me play. So I'm just giving you a song. You might remember when I'm gone. You might ask what keeps me going through the airports and the rain. I just love to see your faces, though I may never know your name. Truth is, I think I found my purpose down here in the grand design. That's just to sing the words God gives me
listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
Like a river running, I knew my time had come. Had to get away from a life undone. Oh, now I'm on my own out on the open road. But I don't need no help, I'll make it all alone. Gotta let go of all I've known. Flying free and easy, you can't keep me down. 'Cause I'm a wild horse running, can't hold me down, honey. Watch me as I take on this town. Yeah, I'm a wild one, baby. No, you will never break me. You think you're trying to save me, but I'll make it just fine on my own. Like the wind that blows, I've learned I have to go. When the fear creeps in and strangles all the love, that's why I'm on my own out on this open road. On my own, on my own. Ooh, gotta let go. The life known, flying free and easy. You can't keep me down. 'Cause I'm a wild horse running, can't hold me down, honey. Watch me as I take on this town. Yeah, I'm a wild one, baby. No, you will never break me. You think you're trying to save me, but I'll make it just fine on my own. Let the rain fall and the storms come. I am stronger. Do it all along. I will wander. No, the road's long, but I'm stronger. 'Cause I'm a wild horse running, can't hold me down, honey. Watch me as I take on this town. Yeah, I'm a wild one, baby. No, you will never break me. You think you're trying to save me, but I'll make it just fine. 'Cause I'm a wild horse running, can't hold me down, honey. Watch me as I take on this town. Yeah, I'm a wild one, baby. No, you will never break me. You think you're trying to save me, but I'll make it just fine on my
Number 2.
own. You spend more time talking to me, saying labor with a feel so lonely. How much longer are you gonna stick around? You say your heart's in the right place. I can tell by the look on your face that you feel like there's nothing out there for you. Well, I'll take you in when you're all alone. I'll be the fire burning in your soul. I'll be the walls to keep you safe and warm when the nights are long and cold. Bring your back edge, I want it with mine. Bring 2 glasses, I'm chilling the wine. When you're boxing up your memories, just be sure to let them go. 'Cause it's time to give your heart another hurt. Give your heart another hurt. Spend more time thinking about you, smelling cologne around my room. Am I crazy for thinking it belongs here? I've been dancing around the kitchen. Honey, you don't know what you've been missing. I'll spend you round in a homemade paradise. Tonight, I'll take you in when you're all alone. I'll be the fire burning in your soul. cold. Bring your package, I'll put it with mine. Bring 2 glasses, I'm chilling the wine. When you're boxing up your memories, just be sure to let them go. 'Cause it's time to give your heart another hug. Give your heart another hug. We both know how the story goes. We can feel it in our bones. I'll take you in when you're all alone. I'll be the fire burning in your soul. I'll be the walls to keep you safe and warm when the nights are long and cold. Bring your baggage, I'll put it with mine. Bring 2 glasses, I'm chilling the wine. When you're boxing up your memories, just be sure to let them go. 'Cause it's time to give your heart another hug. Give your heart another hug. Give your heart another hug. Give your heart another hug.
Her name is Brittany Nicole. She is a talented young lady from Indiana. The Brittany Nicole is where you can find her on social media. That is called Heart Another Home. And before that, a great tune called Wild Horse. We'll have one more from Brittany Nicole in just a second. But I want to tell you that she was my special guest last week on another Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. You can check out the great interview we did and hear the story behind these 3 songs that we're playing tonight on the Tim Kelly Show interview archives. You can find that on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. We're going to put 2 more great radio interviews from tonight's show in those Tim Kelly Show archives. After I play one more song from Brittany Nicole, Anthony Bonnet is going to join me on the program. You're going to love his music, and you're going to get to hear his stories as well. Wish It Was Friday is the title of the 3rd song. It will be tomorrow night, and I'll be back on the air with New Music Friday, and that will happen at 7 p.m. Central Time right here on KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Brittany Nicole, one more time on Triple Play Thursday, playing New Country's best. Wish It Was Friday.
You know I can't wait for the weekend. Yeah, it can't come too soon. I thought that it was Thursday evening, but it's only Monday noon. The only thing that's gonna get me through is you lighting up my phone at 1 a.m. on the dot. You saying that you miss me on the day of the week. Things go my way. I wish it was Friday, no regrets. It's just a text, pretending it's the last time. But a couple drinks is all it takes, and you're on your way. I wish it was Friday. I wish it was Friday. I wish it was Friday. You never take any of my calls. Always leave me on red. It's gonna be hard moving on with you sleeping in my bed. The only thing that keeps me hanging on is you hitting up my phone at 1 a.m. on the dot, saying that you miss me. Only day of the week, things go my way. I wish it was Friday, no regrets. It's just a text, pretending it's the last time. But a couple drinks is all it takes, and you're on your way. I wish it was Friday. 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 And sometime soon, my Friday will come. And when the clock strikes 1 and you're gone, but till then, 1 a.m. on the dot, saying that you miss me. Only day of the week, things go my way. I wish it was Friday at 1 a.m. on the dot, saying that you miss me. Only day of the week, things go my way. I wish it was Friday. No regrets. It's just a text. Pretending it's the last time. But a couple drinks is all it takes, and you're on your way. I wish it was Friday. 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 I wish it was Friday.
Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the program gets played 3 times in a row. I'm excited to play 3 songs from this next gentleman and do a great radio interview with Anthony Bonette. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm super honored to be here with you.
Thank you so much. We hooked up at a great radio interview tonight because of playing your music, and you got some fantastic songs. It all started with the third one that's actually going to complete your triple play and kick off the next hour, called Lion Tamer. That's a great song.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that. My wife really likes it. I think she thinks it's about her.
Yeah.
Which it is. You know, all songs kind of originate with who you are and your relationships in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So even though there's some fiction in there, there's some license taken, artistic license. In the end, it is about you and your people.
Yeah. Isn't that neat about music, and especially country music, that you can write those 3 chords and the truth, but you can actually add some fiction in there too and make a great song out of it?
Absolutely. Well, there's a lot of truth in fiction. You know,
There is.
a lot of our stories and our myths, you know, they're based on some truths that go deeper than our experiences. They're kind of the cumulative experience of our people and, you know, the ones that came before us.
Yeah, absolutely. You have never been on this program before, so you're making your debut as an interview artist on here, and I love having you on the program already. Where are you from, and how did you kind of get started in music and country music?
Well, I'm from East Texas. I was born in Lone Star, Texas, which is, if you're from the area, is kind of a ghost town now.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a boom town built around a steel mill town called Lone Star Steel, and I've got a song about that. It's kind of a historical fiction song, which hopefully you'll play in a minute.
Okay. Yep, I will.
But I was born there, and we moved down to Lake of the Pines. I grew up in with mud between my toes on the bank of the Lake of the Pines.
Wow. How about that? So yeah, my wife's actually from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we went to Cross Plains, Texas in September, and Forney, Texas to visit her relatives on vacation. So
wasn't that fun? You were down here close.
yeah, absolutely. I love getting music from Texas because I know those artists are good. That Texas country music scene is hot.
Oh, it is hard. It's hard to break it. There's such a lot of talent in there that it's hard for anybody to give you a listen. They've already got 20 people they like in Texas country, and I'm the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and there's been artists, I'm familiar with one of them specifically, David Adam Burns, who was in Nashville for a while, but he's moved back to Texas and actually having a bigger career there than he was in Nashville. That has happened to a few too.
I think it has. I think there's a lot of room for music, and you know the way we are, we like people that are from Texas. We like Texas things. Yeah. So you leaning into that Texas a little bit, that'll get you some traction.
Yep. We're probably going to hear some familiar names after I ask you this next question. But who inspired you in the world of country music to make you want to do something in it?
Well, I will say songwriters have always been my thing. I don't tell anybody, but I'm a big James Taylor fan, and honestly, I came out of gospel music. My parents were both song leaders in church, and I didn't hear a lot of country music until I was 12 or 13, and started to kind of sneak around and pick what I was listening to. Mm-hmm. And James Taylor, Johnny Cash, Guy Clark, those guys kind of got into my ear, and even though Johnny Cash is a great songwriter, I mean, a lot of the stuff he cut was not his, but he's still in that vein to me, of really authentic, specific sounds and a lyrical kind of music. And I'm a word person. I try to be poetic. Uh-huh. Whether I succeed or not, whether you're a poet or not, that's for other people to decide.
Yep. My wife
you know,
loves.
I've
loves to
always
write
sang.
that, and it's poetry set to music. That's what country music is, isn't it?
It is, and I think it should be sung that way. A lot of times when we get off track as country musicians, we kind of lose sight of the fact that it is poetry, that it is meant to be sweet and cut to the truth in a way that pop music doesn't always have to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, I started listening to that pop music. It was 80s music for me when I went to broadcasting school in San Diego in the 80s. But I met through my aunt, my first wife, and she lived in southeast Oklahoma in Ada, actually, where Blake Shelton's from. And I lived down there for 20 years, and that 90s country converted me to country radio real quick.
Well, I was kind of the same way. You know, when I came into listening, not to date myself, but when I started listening to country music pretty solid, it was in the CMT age. You know, I'd flip between. I was an athlete, so I thought I was flip between ESPN and CMT, and I got an earful of everything 90s country.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my songs probably are more influenced by that than anything else, especially as far as musicality. Maybe not lyrics, but as far as the music.
I will date myself. I remember when MTV debuted and they said video killed the radio star. I think that was their first video that they ever played. And then later on in country music, like you mentioned, CMT came along. And I, several years ago, started this TV channel called ICTV. It's Indie Country Television. And it's one great independent country music video after another. And I just put the video to the first song we're going to play tonight on that TV channel. It's called That's Just Me. Anthony Bonet. Got a great video to it too, my friend.
Oh, I appreciate that. It's there's a little bit of a controversy in there. I mean, it's not so much of a controversy to me, but you know, there's some lyrics that try to tell the truth from my perspective. I mean, we all have our idea of what the truth is. And I try to be as honest as I can to who I am. A lot of my motivation for pursuing this is getting my thoughts out into the world. And I know we all kind of want that, or you know, as songwriters we do. So, and it's easy to get into a mold and write a song for the sake of having a song to sing. It's another thing to tell who you are and how you feel about the world around you and where you fit. And That's Just Me is kind of an attempt for me to put myself out there.
Absolutely. I love hearing that. I mean, I want to be non-political and this show be a 3-hour escape from all of that crazy stuff that's going on in the world right now. And that's why people go see a movie or listen to a podcast like this or something like that. But you rode that line, a fine line, and I loved it well enough to put it on the radio for you and TV now with Indie Country Television.
That's awesome. So I'm famous.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to be. We hope so.
I'm already rich, and now I'm famous
there
too.
You go.
Imagine that.
Well, it's the other way around for me. But I love doing this program and love meeting people that I've never met before through the airwaves. And hopefully one of these days we can bring you to the middle of the country and meet you in person. Have you ever been to Branson or this area?
Well, I have. A year or two ago, I went up there with some friends of mine, the Cody Norris Show, and I went up with them. They were playing at the amusement park there. What's that called?
Silver Dollar City.
There you go. They were playing the Silver Dollar City during the bluegrass kind of thing they have there.
Okay.
And I went up there and watched them and now, you know, how the person says, "Here comes the Cody Norris Show. Welcome to the Cody Norris Show," and did the announcer voice for them. So that was fun. And those guys are just phenomenal musicians, and I'm not in their league as far as speed or timing. Bluegrass musicians are the best there are.
Yeah.
But they were a lot of fun. We went to see the Presleys show, which I thought was phenomenal.
First show ever in Branson. They've been here that long.
It was great. I mean, I was prepared to be bored. but I was not bored in any sense. It was a phenomenal show from start to finish.
Yep, they got some good ones here. Speaking of bluegrass, I've met Rhonda Vincent here in Silver Dollar City. She's the queen of bluegrass, and that festival you're probably talking about is Bluegrass and Barbecue. And man, they got the sights, the sounds, and the smells going on at Silver Dollar City. It is a great place to go see a show, and it's an amusement park. They also, the same family that owns Silver Dollar City owns Dollywood and Pigeon Forge. So.
Is that right?
That's right. That's the Hershen family. They got Dolly's name on there, and she's got a theater here too. It's called the Dolly Parton Stampede, and that's a great show to go see as well. And they got a 4-course meal that you can hardly finish. The food is fantastic.
And speaking of food, we went to. Is there a Lowry's there?
There is.
Is that it? I don't think that's in.
It's right on It's right on the 76 strip. We have eaten there too. Got some great seafood.
Mm-hmm. With the throwed rolls. Is it
that is Lambert's Cafe. I'm actually I'm a mile from there right now, where I'm sitting.
Are you really?
I am.
So they could probably throw a roll and hit you.
Almost. if the wind's blowing south, I can smell them baking.
Well, they were good too. They wouldn't. It wasn't just the throwing.
Yeah,
they were
absolutely.
Good.
You know, you were talking a little bit earlier about that announcer voice, and you definitely have that, my friend. At what age maybe did your voice change to this deep baritone country music Trace Atkins sounding voice that you got?
Well, I tell you, I grew up on the end of the piano bench with my mama playing and singing, and so I was singing specials. If you're in the church music, you know about special songs. So I was singing special songs from 4. I sang at my kindergarten graduation. I sang and I have 3 younger brothers, so as soon as they came of age, they were singing in our little family group too. And so I always sang the highest part you could get, the really high harmony part. And just all of a sudden one day when I was 13, it just kind of dropped off the table. It wasn't a transition period at all. I just woke up that way.
Wow.
So it was really, I still can get in that falsetto. You know, I like going to bluegrass festivals and singing in a circle. It's a lot of fun. It's cathartic for me. But I still like trying to sing that high harmony part. But you know, it doesn't quite sound the same.
Yeah. So did you grow up? Probably did, with music in your family. You kind of alluded and mentioned to your papa at 90 years old, and he is probably a big fan of music and probably country music too.
Definitely. He's a big Merle Haggard fan. My grandmother that's still living, she's always been more of a Waylon Jennings. But they're definitely fans of I'll Fly Away and of the songs in that genre. So that's where I'm right in between, somewhere in between those two worlds. And to be honest, looking at it from the world we're in, those two worlds are not far apart.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, and they would love that in Branson. We're right in the middle of that. It's called the Bible Belt here, and they love the country gospel and all of that. In fact, I used to work at Silver Dollar City doing security, and they had a gospel concert there one night, and I was just amazed by the people coming in, bringing their lawn chairs, bringing their cushions to sit on, you know, to watch that down there in the Echo Hollow Amphitheater. And we had Lone Star there one night, and it was raining, and they were wearing their ponchos, and the lines just, it's clear down there to the front gate for people to watch those. Man, the music scene here is pretty hot.
It really is, and that is a really cool amphitheater there too. I mean, it's not like any other that I've been to.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask you this. I didn't see on your website some of the artists that you've had the pleasure to open for, but what would be, and you can tell us some of those that you've had that, if you've done that, the bigger names, but what would be Anthony Bonnett's dream gig, an artist that you would like to either open for or sing a duet with live on stage? And they could be living or past.
That is a tough one.
Isn't it?
I'll say we did open for T. Graham Brown here a September ago, and that was really good. We hadn't opened for anybody since then, but he's always been one of my I love his bluesy kind of sound.
Yeah.
That is just as far as the sound of a person's voice. He was great, and he's just a super nice guy. Turns out his name's Anthony too.
Uh-huh.
So,
How
so
about
I thought we had a little connection on that.
You betcha.
If I had to sing with any person on stage, I would have to say Kelly Clarkson. When I hear that, my wife's a big Kelly Clarkson fan, so
Me
so I'm
too.
giving myself away. That girl, she may be the most gifted singer to have ever lived.
I believe that. You first winner,
As far as
first ever winner of American Idol, and I was playing her Christmas song underneath the tree like crazy. That's my favorite Christmas song.
she's got that thing where she's great as a lead singer. She can sing in a lot of different styles, but she really shines as a harmony singer too, just as much.
Uh-huh.
And you know, some people, like when you hear George Jones sing harmony, for example, also one of my all-time guys. When he sings in harmony role, he's not in a backup role even then. He's such a good harmony singer but he also finds his own lane as a backup singer, and you can hear him so plainly. And she's that way.
Yeah.
She's so complimentary, but she's so unique that she just kind of. It's really amazing.
It is. She's very versatile in that, and she's very versatile in other things. She's got a great talk show now out of New York City called the Kelly Clarkson Show. So that brings up this next thing that I want to ask you. You also have a podcast. It's called Come and Pick It. You've had a couple of guests on there that I'm familiar with. Bev Mosier, she's a great publicist. She's actually the manager of Allie Colleen, which is Garth Brooks' daughter. She's been a guest on my show 3 times. And then I'm looking at Robbie Johnson. I've had him on the program recently last year as well. So that's some good stuff. How did you start podcasting?
Well, I'll tell you, it was COVID. So during the little break we all took there was we got bored. So I wrote more songs, obviously, and I was spending a lot of time in my studio. I have audio recording equipment, and my wife has always been kind of a hobby photographer and videographer. So we had all this equipment, and I thought, well, let's get together with the people we can get together with and do an interview with them. And we started out with my dad and with my mom and sing some songs with them. You know, because of live music being closed like that, it really provided at least some motivation for me to get together with people I love and make music.
Yep.
And looking back at those first few we did, they were almost all musical, but they're really special to my heart because of how intimate they are. And then we kind of progressed from there because I have friends I have a friend in Mississippi named Chris Gentry who's a pastor of a church, but also a phenomenal musician. And so I thought it'd be nice to just get like a call kind of interview going. I didn't even understand that people were already doing this.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
But so it just kind of started really organically because I'm not super bright or super techie, either one.
Me either. I had to become that, though, but over doing this the last 12 or 13 years, you'll get that tech stuff down eventually.
Well, I tell you, you're really good at these little transitions you do in this interview. I'm super impressed.
Well, thank you so much. And I was just going to throw this out there. If you want to flip this around and you could interview me on your show, I'd be glad to do it.
Oh, well, ours is a video interview, though. You'd have to fix your hair.
I got to fix my face for radio, too. I don't know if we can do that or not. But lots of time in the makeup room. You have a green room that I can go in?
We don't.
Oh, my goodness. But we're having fun, man, today already. This is great. Anthony Bonette, That's Just Us. We're going to play that. You kind of heard the story behind it, and then we're going to come back and talk to him some more. Let's play this song, and you can check out the video to it now as well on ICTV. That is Indie Country Television. Just hit that ICTV tab on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Anthony Bonette on the Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I ain't young and I ain't pretty. I wasn't all that pretty when I was young. but ain't nobody ever called me dumb. I ain't much of a scrapper. You punch first, I'll give you all I got. I ain't my mama's favorite. She'll lie right to your face, say I'm not. I did some time in college, some time in jail, and it felt about the same. I learned a lot more laying brick with Daddy in the hot sun every day. Then I learned to play this guitar, and it took me all around the world. I learned all I know about loving from a little brown-eyed Upshur County girl. But that's just me, I'm a simple man. There's things I don't understand. I ain't no fan of high society. I like sitting on an old porch swing, the girl I love up close to me. Wind chimes dancing on the breeze. Just living right and being free. Maybe it's just me. I think boys are boys and girls are girls. It ain't hard to tell. And for them that tell them otherwise, I think there's a special place in hell. I think they ought to get the golden rule. Common sense back in our schools, make it common as it was back then. I think that'd go a long way, making this country great again. But that's just me, I'm a simple man. There's things I don't understand. I ain't no fan of high philosophy. And maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I wish we could get back to doing things a little more like they used to be. Just living right and being free. Maybe it's just me. I won't hate you if you disagree. Maybe it's just me.
That is Anthony Bonnet. It is called That's Just Us. And again, you can check out the video to that great song on ICTV. That is Indie Country Television on my website. Radio and television, I love doing both. You got some good acting in some of those videos too, man. So that's a process, a fun process, isn't it, to make it a video?
Well, it is a lot of fun, especially that video. I'm not an actor by trade, and everybody in that does. You see my dad play. I was playing basketball with my dad, and so my grandparents are in there.
That's awesome.
Somewhere. So that's all family. And actually, I think we shot that at our July 4th get together, which there's usually 100 people or so there between family and friends.
Yep.
Down there at my cousin's, and he cooks crawfish or catfish or whatever they've got on hand.
That is cool.
So yeah, the video side is a lot of fun. I mean, it really is a transition for you to see yourself on camera a lot.
Yep.
You know, you go through life thinking I don't know what about how you look, but then the reality of that comes when you're when you see the finished product. You're like, I guess that's what I look like.
Yeah, absolutely.
That just is what it is.
And with your podcast being visual, TV obviously don't scare you, so you look good on TV. That's awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. What about? Let me ask you this: mustache or no mustache? Have you seen the ones with the good full Tom Selleck?
I have. I like the mustache. You can grow a good
You do?
mustache. I do.
Okay, I'm gonna tell my wife you said that.
Well, that's my brother and my wife like it when I grow my mustache and my goatee. So I've done that back. You know, I was clean shaven for a long, long time, but they like
Mhm.
it. So,
See?
and I got the salt and pepper going on. That's for sure.
Oh, don't get me started on that.
I know, right? Your wife probably loves that. You know,
well,
a lot
she
of
says she does, but I don't like it.
you don't like it. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, you know. But we do what we can to make others happy. You probably are well familiar with a lot of movies that started because of videos and songs. Like we talked about, Dolly Parton did that whole 9 to 5 thing, and then Kenny Rogers with the Gambler series when he was alive, and a lot of great movies have come off of songs, haven't they? And that might be a goal of yours too, you know, is to have one that resonates so much they want to make a movie out of it.
Oh yeah, I can see it. The redheaded strangers. I mean, that's a good one. I'm a big Willie Nelson lover. You know, he's from down around Waco, which is not too far from me.
Right. You
I'm not
mentioned
sure if
Merle
he still
Haggard.
claims it.
You mentioned Merle Haggard that your wife really loves earlier too. Him and Merle shared a theater here in Branson that I just got to do my show at last year. It's the Branson Star Theater right behind the Olive Garden on the 76th Strip. Got a lot of history. It used to be Mel Tillis Theater too. It was a car museum. It's been a lot of stuff. And Pam Tillis just opened it this year. She did the first show there.
Oh, that's neat.
So that's some good stuff. Yeah, and I'm sure that one of the biggest opportunities that you would love to have is to step in that half circle at the Grand Ole Opry.
Definitely. Yeah. I would love to play the Grand Ole Opry. I'd love to play on the Ryman stage.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I've even been to the Grand Ole Opry was I guess I was 19 or 20. We went and we went to the Ryman, and the smell of that church, it smells like church. As a person who spent a lot of time in church, it's got that smell that it smells like old oak pews.
Yep.
There's something magic about it, and the sound of a room that's made to be an acoustic room too.
Yes.
There's a special sound there.
That's exactly right. You know, I've been doing a lot of research on that, and of course, it's tied to a radio station, the oldest one in the country with WSM, and it started out as a barn dance. That's why they have a barn on the backdrop of the Grand Ole Opry stage, and they were doing it free, and it got so packed that they said, let's start charging a quarter and see if we can't calm down some of these crowds. Well, that obviously didn't work, and that's how they ended up building the 100-seat Ryman Auditorium.
Yeah, it's neat. It's one of the coolest places I've been.
But, you know, they call this town Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. We have more theater seats in this town than they have in Broadway in New York City.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
That is right. I used to sell timeshare here, and that was in our presentation to attract people to Branson.
Man, I bet it's not hard to attract people to Branson.
It is not, and it's a little town of only 10,000 population, but we have over 9 million people come through here a year in the peak season.
Yeah, I can see it. It's a great little, and it feels like a small town. Yeah. It feels like a small town with a lot of people passing through.
Absolutely. So if you ever get a chance to play here, man, definitely hit me up, and we'll definitely do another live interview from Branson or Springfield, Missouri. It's been great having you on today, and I love talking to you, man. Let's do this again.
Sounds good.
And absolutely. Anthony Bonette, where can folks find you on social media if they want to check out more of your music and watch your podcast?
Well, we'd love for you to go to AnthonyBonette.com. That's BONNETTE.com. That's where it's kind of our hub for all our Spotify, Pandora, YouTube stuff. Our podcast is on YouTube. It's at ComeAndPickIt.com on the internet, so you can find us there at the Come and Pick It podcast. And we have a lot of fun with all that. Or we hope you'll come out and see a live show in the greater Texas area.
Okay.
That's always the best way to come out and see us.
Boy, isn't it? And, I love the people that support live music, and I'm sure you do too. And there's nothing better when you're looking at especially these smaller crowds and more intimate venues, and those people out in the audience know your original music, and they're singing along to every word. That's awesome, isn't it?
That is a pretty neat feeling. Yeah, because if you're like me, you can go a long time and live inside your own head writing these songs, and because they have to come from somewhere. But
Yep.
when somebody else knows the words, just all of a sudden it's something you've shared with them and that they're a part of.
Absolutely. The second one that you picked is a great song. Tell us about this one. It's called Lone Star Steel.
Well, I was born in a little town called Lone Star, like I told you, and this song is I started doing some research. Actually, the line, the very first line, "Hard as Lone Star Steel," came to me very first, and I thought I should write a song about being hard as Lone Star Steel, working at a steel mill. And so it's just kind of not all my songs are story songs or fiction like this one is. So this one's special to me just because it's not me. It's a story that I came up with. So, but it's really neat. And Lone Star Steel does have a lot of power in my area, as those steel mills and manufacturing kind of places do. They're kind of a haunting place. These people spend so much time there, and there's such a spiritual connection to the place where you sweat and you get your living from. That a lot of people in my area really struggled when it closed, and really struggle now thinking back to their dads and their uncles and how hard they worked there.
Yep. And those are the people that come to your shows that support live music that are paying you to do what you love to do, isn't it?
Definitely. It's definitely that way, and I don't take that for granted.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me ask you this one more thing. We talked about writing songs. What's your writing style? Are you more lyric-based, or do you have to hear the hook first and kind of put that together, or put the words to that music, or what?
Well, I'm definitely more lyric-based, but the lyric always comes with, especially with the hook, the lyric always comes with music, because I don't think they're inseparable to me. I do understand that some people write poetry first and then put music to it. But I've never been able to do that. And to me, there's a certain pentameter there where it kind of has to fit in the slots. And without the musical content, to me, it's hard to get the gist of the song.
Yeah. It's amazing to me how you wrap it up, and I'm looking at Lone Star Steel, 4 minutes and 28 seconds. A lot more goes into it than that, doesn't it?
Well, it took me about I think I wrote that one in 2 or 3 days. And a lot of times songs come, there's another of mine, Hey There Pretty Girl, which I wrote part of when I was a teenager. The verses have been in my head for 25 years, and I just finished it up a couple years ago. So
that is amazing.
Sometimes it takes a minute.
Thanks for sharing the stories behind the songs, my friend. It has been a pleasure having you on. We look forward to more country music from you, and we're going to play your wife's favorite lion tamer for your third one on this triple play.
Cool. Thanks so much.
You are welcome. His name is Anthony Bonnet. This is Lone Star Steel on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Well, the Navy turned my daddy loose in 1945. He rode straight home to East Texas on a train. Stepped off that Texas Eagle on a cold December night. Walked 27 miles north in the rain to see my mother and the son who bore his name. Took a job in a steel mill, making 80 cents an hour. 80 hours a week in that cursed furnace room. Just like the Hebrew children, he was walking in the fire. He was burned and scarred, but he was not consumed. Burned and scarred, but he was not consumed. They burned Oklahoma coal, melted ore from Dangerfield. Turn that rusty big iron into steel. That fire that scarred many a man it killed. Burned my daddy's heart, hard as Lone Star Steel. with a passion that she thought could not be quelled. But day by day, a colder man came back home to her. When the fire burned out, there was nothing left. She took me, we left Daddy by himself. Burning Oklahoma coal, melting ore from Dangerfield, turning a rusty pig iron into steel. That fire that scarred many a man and many a man it killed. Turned my mother's heart hard as Lone Star steel. Well, my daddy, he died young, breathing smoke and spitting fire. Mama died with whiskey on her breath. They finally quenched them furnace fires 11 years ago. Made their money, moved on to something else. Took their money, moved off to somewhere else. Burning Oklahoma coal, melting ore from Dangerfield, turning a rusty pig iron into steel. That fire that scarred many a man and many a man it killed. Burned many a heart hard as Lone Star steel. Burned my little heart as hard as Lone Star steel.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I'm a renegade and a rebel soul, headstrong and uncontrollable, rough as 40 grit, hard as nails. I'm wild as the wind in a pirate's sail. She's a sweet little sugar, a soft southern draw. Can't say nothing nice, she'll say nothing at all. Meek and mild as amazing grace. She's all dandelions and ribbon and lace. But she leans in close, looks me eye to eye. All my swagger don't intimidate her. In her loving arms I'm hypnotized. I'm the king of this jungle. That girl's a lion tamer. Yes, she's a lion tamer. Now there ain't much place for a savage like me in this modern day society. When she runs her fingers through my mane, I'm wild and free and home again. She leans in close, looks me eye to eye. All my swagger don't intimidate her. In her loving arms I'm hypnotized. I'm the king of this jungle. That girl's a lion tamer. Yes, she's a lion tamer.
don't intimidate. In her loving arms, I'm hypnotized. I'm the king of this jungle. That girl's a lion tame. Yeah, she's a lion tamer. That girl's a lion tamer.
That is called Lion Tamer. His name is Anthony Bonnet, and we'll send that out to his wife. I believe her name is Holly, and I think she's listening to us live right now. And what a great interview with your husband. He is fantastic, and from the great state of Texas. That is awesome. And you guys have a good night. Thanks for doing the program tonight. Anthony Bonnet, go check him out all over on social media, and I've blasted him all over too tonight. So thanks for doing the program, man. Your music is fantastic, and go check out his podcast as well. And he's interviewed some great artists and some great folks. So good stuff from Anthony Bonnet. He's got the pipes, doesn't he, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to hour number 3 of the Tim Kelly Show. KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com is the website. It is Triple Play Thursday. That's why you're hearing 3 songs in a row from every artist all show long. And I've got some more great triple plays loaded up for hour number 3. Let's get to it. Wynn Williams is going to kick off hour number 3. This first song is called All Over Me. Let's get it all over the radio on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio on Triple Play Thursday.
Got a 14-karat cross I wear. You bought a man without a prayer on that trip out west. And a tattoo of the name I love here on my arm and in my blood with no regrets. Your perfume on my shirt, lipstick on my cheek. I got you all over me, written all over my face, hanging all over my walls, all up in my head, baby, all day long. There's nowhere else in this world, girl, that I'd rather be laying right here with you, all over me. Your pretty head against my chest, I'm out of words and out of breath, and girl, I swear you're in my heart and on my skin. Your fingertips and fingerprints are everywhere. You turned the man I was into the man you see. I got you all over me, written all over my face, hanging all over my walls, all up in my head, baby, all day long. There's nowhere else in this world, girl, that I'd rather be laying right here with you, all over me. Written all over my face, hanging all over my walls, all up in my head. Written all over my face, hanging all over my walls, all up in my head, baby, all day long. There's nowhere else in this world, girl, that I'd rather be laying right here with you, all over me. Got you all over me.
Song number 2.
Seven lonely nights sure makes one week, and this heart of mine knows what it needs. sure have missed your touch, your kiss. So darling, turn the lights down low and let me get all tangled up here in your love. In your love. Drop a needle down, let the red wine flow. I'll dance you round and round this room real slow. We can take it all in while that record spins. 'Cause when it's just you and me, well, that's just how it ought to be, baby. With you right by my side where I can pull you in tight, I go crazy. Girl, I sure have missed your touch, your kiss. So darling, turn the lights down low and let me get all tangled up here in your love. In your love. Yeah, girl, I got this feeling, it's something to believe in. Don't want this night to end, so I may never leave again. 'Cause when it's just you and me, well, it's just how it ought to be, baby. With you right by my side where I can pull you in tight, I go crazy. Girl, I sure have missed your touch, your kiss. So darling, turn the lights down low. Let me get all tangled up here in your love. In your love. In your love.
That is called Your Love, and before that, another great tune called All Over Me. His name is Wynn Williams. That is W-Y-N-N. If you want to check him out, we've played 2 songs in a row from him. That's a win-win right there, ladies and gentlemen. But we're not through yet. This is Triple Play Thursday. Let's do one more from Wynn Williams. His brand new single out to radio is called Denver to Dallas on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
She said, is this seat taken? I said no. She settled in next to that window. We broke the ice, watching it snow. Agreed we'd be glad to get out of this cold. And I don't know why she warmed up to me. $3 wine or a chance meant to be. Denver to Dallas, 30,000 feet. I started falling right there in my seat. Laughing and talking as time flew by. We made a connection on that nonstop flight. Sitting together, got to know each other. Denver to Dallas. Somewhere above Oklahoma, said, is there someone who will be waiting for you when this flight is through? And I got my answer. She took my phone, typed in her number, said call if you want. Denver to Dallas, 30,000 feet. I started falling right there in my seat. Laughing and talking as time flew by. We made a connection on that nonstop flight. Sitting together, got better and better. Denver to Dallas. I was still flying. We touched the ground. what she did to me then, she still does to me now. Denver to Dallas, 30,000 feet. I started falling right there at my seat. We're still laughing and talking as time flies by since we made a connection on that nonstop flight. Sitting together, started forever, Denver to Dallas. She said, "Does this seat take you?" I said no. She settled in next to that window.
Hey y'all, this is Ashley Ewing and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
His old calloused hands grabbed a hold of that man, drunk behind the wheel of that car. He drug him to the ground, the people gathered round. He didn't mean to take it that far. Granddad lost his wife, so that man lost his life. He reached for the hand that redeems us. 10 years in that cell between heaven and hell, caught between jail and Jesus. He found that demon in the bottle. Daddy drank his last swallow. Drunk, he hit Mama. Called the cops, tried to fight, but he lost behind bars till God only knows when. There's a price to be paid for the hands that he laid, making deals with the one that redeems us. As he lies in that cell between heaven and hell, prayers are still heard. I hold on to the one that redeems us. I walk the line, but I've strayed time to time, living between jail and Jesus. Living between jail and Jesus.
Number 2.
A little bit older and he knew how to ride. Every now and then we were Bonnie and Clyde. I've always been a bit of a law-bending babe myself. It was all fun and games till it just couldn't stop. Always bail I'm out of trouble, mama's calling the cops. This time is the last time, mark my words. He said, oh, baby
can do this to me. He said, "Ooh, baby girl, I need you. I got a red and blue in my rear view. It ain't looking like I'm gonna make it alive. I've had it up to here, baby, not this time. You pushed me to the edge of that county line. Got me thinking that heartbreaking blue-eyed boy will look a lot better dressed in orange. Yeah, yeah, yeah." He said, "Ooh, baby girl, I need you. I got a red and blue in my rear view. It ain't looking like I'm gonna make it alive. No, I've had it up to here, baby, not this time. You pushed me to the edge of that county line. Got me thinking that heartbreaking blue-eyed boy will look a lot better dressed in orange. It got me thinking that heartbreaking blue-eyed boy will look a lot better."
Her name is Peyton Howie. That is an awesome tune called Orange. And before that, another great song called Jail and Jesus. Orange happens to be the color of a lot of those jumpsuits they wear in jail. So I've heard. I have never been and don't want to go particularly. But I'll tell you what, she's got some great music. Currently, she has been touring with Ashley McBryde. Congratulations to Peyton Howie. She's got it going on. And she has also been a guest a couple of times on the Tim Kelly Show. Well, to show you the versatility of these artists, how about we throw in a ballad and a duet that she did with a great artist by the name of Joey Green. It is their latest single out to radio. It is called Hold You To It. Joey Green, Peyton Howie, the third one in the triple play on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on the Tim Kelly Show, Triple Play Thursday.
We've been talking about forever, two hearts and one dream. Girl, you can bet to my last breath you'll be the air I breathe. I'm making you a promise that I intend to keep. Oh, these rings are just symbolic. It's more about what they mean. And I'm gonna hold you to it. We're in this together for worse or for better. I'm gonna hold you through it. I know what we have, a love built to last and stand the test of time after time. Whatever life throws our way, I got you, babe. When my world falls apart, you always got my heart. And I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm trusting you to mean every word you say. From the I love yous and the miss you to's, and you're my everything. And I'm gonna hold you to it. We're in this together for worse or for better. I'm gonna hold you through it. I know what we have, a love built to last and stand the test of time after time. Whatever life throws our way, I got you, babe. When my world falls apart, you always got my heart. And I'm gonna hold you. What I do, if I ever lost you, girl, I'll never leave.
Please, never
If you promise me, I'm gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna hold you to it. Baby, I'm gonna hold you to it. We're in this together for worse or for better. I'm gonna hold you through it. I know what we have, a love built to last and stand the test of time after time. Whatever life throws our way, I got you, baby. When my world falls apart, you always got my heart. And I'm gonna hold you to it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it. Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Rick Revel, and you're listening to my good buddy Tim Kelly on The Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country.
There's $5 pitchers down at the Gold Rush. Our good time friends are all waiting on us. There's a dime store disco ball and sawdust on the floor. Somebody yelling at the band, turn it up a little more. They play Mama Tried and Folsom Prison Blues. But I'm in a working on the night moves kind of mood. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel just right? A little rockin' in the swing, just a little you and me in the porch light. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel just right? Two hearts thumping like a bass drum, drumming baby all night. Don't it feel good? There's a cool breeze blowing, well, baby, let it blow. Got this blanket wrapped around us, and you cuddled up close. Got a nice box of wine and two empty cups. They really need filling, but I don't want to get up. Yeah, don't it feel good? Don't it feel just right? A little rockin' in the swing, just a little you and me in the porch light. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel just right? Two hearts thumping like a bass drum, drumming baby all night. Don't it feel good? Didn't think there was any other place I'd rather be tonight. Till you whispered in my ear, baby, let's move this inside. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel just right? A little rockin' in the swing, just a little you and me in the porch light. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel just right? Two hearts thumping like a bass drum, drumming baby all night. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good?
Song number 2.
Took a jet, had to leave, so left, bought a car that was fast, trying to get past her love. I can run, I can hide, I can drive, I can fly, but so far, it ain't far enough. There's a message on my cell phone I can't erase. It's her and the sound of her voice that takes me back across 7 states. I guess the heart of the matter is I just can't forget her. She's like a ghost that haunts me everywhere I go. See her face on a billboard sign, see her name in the stars at night. She's that shadow in my dreams, always chasing me. days took it west to the beach where I sat in the sand, ran as far as a ways. Another town near the crowd is quiet when it's loud, but still her voice calls my name. Even if I was moving at the speed of light, I couldn't get away. Somehow I gotta face the fact that when I look back, it's hard to look away. I guess the heart of the matter is I just can't forget her. She's like a ghost that haunts me everywhere I go. See her face on a billboard sign, see her name in the stars at night. She's that shadow in my dreams, always chasing me. I can't outrun her memory. Her memory's beating in my heart like a drum I can't turn on. She's where I start worrying, she's back again, and she won't stop. I can't outrun her memory. I can't outrun her memory. I can't outrun her memory. I can't outrun her. I can't outrun her. I can't outrun her memory. I can't outrun her memory.
More great country music from the state of Texas. His name is John Wolf. That is Jon on John, and Wolf has an E on the end of it. Outrun Her Memory right there. And before that, another great song called Don't It Feel Good? It sounds good too. Great country music from Texas with John Wolf. The third song in the triple play is entitled What Are You Doing Right Now? You're listening to The Tim Kelly Show on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Well, I guess I could have gave you a little heads up, but a girl like you don't need no fixing up. Friday night's too far away, and you've been stuck in my head all day. I just had to see your face, no, I couldn't wait. Girl, what are you doing right now? What you got going on? 'Cause I got my ride in the drive, all gassed up, cranked up, and ready to get us gone. Girl, what do you say? You just start walking this way. Don't think, don't blink, drop everything, and baby, just come on out. What are you doing right now? Should you put on old blue jeans or a party dress? To be honest, I ain't thought that far ahead. I can pick you up right in front of your house, so pull the shades, blow the candles out. We can watch the first star fall from the edge of town. Girl, what are you doing right now? What you got going on? 'Cause I got my ride in the drive, all gassed up, cranked up, and ready to get us gone. Girl, what do you say? You just start walking this way. Don't think, don't blink, drop everything, and baby, just come on out. What are you doing right now? Right this minute, I got a bottle you can help me finish, and when it's empty, we can spin it round and round. Yeah, what are you doing right now? Right this second, we got a moment, baby, let's don't waste it. You'll be having the night of your life when the sun goes down. doing right now? Girl, what are you doing right now? What you got going on? 'Cause I got my ride in the drive all gassed up, cranked up, and ready to get us gone. Girl, what do you say? You just start walking this way. Don't think, don't blink, drop everything, and baby, just come on out. What are you doing right now? Girl, what are you doing right now? I ain't talking about Saturday night. I ain't talking about later on. Girl, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now?
This is Kenny Kershaw, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
I know just where you come from and what you've been through. And I've heard you say that life's not fair. But baby, when I say that I love you, hon, I really do. There's nothing in my heart for you to be scared. 'Cause baby, I do, I will, I can be your one and only man. I couldn't ask for more when God opened the door and let your sun shine in. I've got no castle or fancy things, but you'll always be my queen. Oh, baby, take my hand forever. Understand, I wanna be your one and only man. The winds may blow harder in our future. Oh, but I know it won't fade us away. We'll ride the waves and hold on a little tighter. And in 100 years from now, you'll still hear me say, baby, I do, I will, I can be your one and only man. I couldn't ask for more when God opened the door and let your sun shine in. I've got no castle or fancy things, but you'll always be my queen. Oh, baby, take my hand forever. Understand, I wanna be your one and only man. Oh, baby, take my hand forever. Understand, I wanna be your one and only man.
Song number 2.
I remember the day I was sitting on the couch watching cartoons when the news came out. The king of rock and roll died today. Mom came in crying, and I heard her say, oh no, oh God, why did he have to leave this way? My heart is broken for someone I really didn't know. Oh no, oh God. I was just 18 when I called Mom back. Son, you gotta come home, it's about your dad. He passed away in the middle of the night. Family's coming in and we wanna make it right. Oh no, oh God, why did he have to leave this way? My heart is broken for someone I didn't really know. Oh no, oh God. Standing in the chapel with him lying there, I thought for just a moment, did he really care? Oh no, oh God, why did he have to leave me this way? 'Cause my heart, oh, is broken for someone I really didn't know. Oh no, oh God, oh no, oh God.
What a great ballad that is in the world of country music. Oh no, oh God. His name is Stephen Wood. Stephen Wood Music is where you can follow him on social media. He does a lot of stuff on YouTube as well. Go like and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Baby I Do before that, and one more from Stephen Wood to complete his triple play is a cool take on a Ronnie Millsap song called Smoky Mountain Rain. This is Smoky Mountain Pain from Stephen Wood on The Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
I heard a Millsap song in the hotel lobby while checking in my room with you on my mind. It sounded like old Ronnie was singing my story. I felt his song and I took it as a sign. I was only gonna follow my dream for a year or two, but I'm not happy if I'm anywhere without you. Stuck here on the coast catch a red eye into Nashville, and then follow the radio all the way home. Funny how a change of space can change you and bring you back to what you've always known. Maybe living without you just ain't living. 'Cause miles away your love just kept on giving. I'm feeling Smoky Mountain pain in California. LA's not the place where I belong. My heart's in Tennessee, where I should be right now. Yet I'm stuck here on the coast and longing for you. I'm feeling Smoky Mountain pain in California. Yeah, I'm feeling Smoky Mountain pain in California. There's a girl to my left headed home with a hunch, gonna try to catch them both in the act. There's a kid on my right, gonna see her daddy tonight with a pawn shop diamond on the dash. There's a blinker that's been on for the last 3 miles, bet they got that radio turned up. So many different faces, headed different places in a long line of cars and trucks. We're coming, we're going, we're just passing through. We're living in the windshield and in the rear view. We're spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. Cars and trucks. Burning Man, Bonnaroo, Deadheads headed to the next show in a dust-covered van. There's a mom behind me with one in the booster seat. Man, I swear they grow up so fast. We're all on the go and we all think we know where we're headed and where we'll wind up. Yeah, we're running out of time watching life go by in a long line of cars and trucks. We're coming, we're going, we're just passing through. We're living in the windshield and in the rear view. We're spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. We're all living a million miles a minute, yeah, we're all in our own little lane. Yeah, we might all be a little bit different, but we're all kind of still the same. We're coming, we're going, we're just passing through. We're living in the windshield and in the rear view. We're spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. We're coming, we're going, we're just passing through. We're living in the windshield and in the rear view. We're spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. Spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. Cars and trucks.
One less beach to watch that red sun sink in. One less number in my phone. One less way to get back home. One less church to go to pray. If less is more is what they say, then I got one more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless nights. One more, tell myself it's gonna be okay. One more, man, what could have been? One more, why this had to end? One more empty bottle in this world, 'cause of one less girl. One less favorite song that I'll be playing. One less I love you that I'll be saying. One less pair of blue-green eyes. One less car parked in my drive. One less dance out in the rain. If less is more is what they say, then I got one more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless nights. One more, tell myself it's gonna be okay. One more, man, what could have been? One more, why this have to end? One more empty bottle in this world, 'cause of one less girl that I still want, that I still need, that I can't stop thinking about. That took my breath, took my heart, can't live without. One more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless nights. One more, tell myself it's gonna be okay, okay. One more, man, what could have been? One more, why this had to end? One more empty bottle in this world, 'cause of one less girl. One less girl.
That is called One Less Girl, and before that, Cars and Trucks from J.D. Shelburne. He is the gentleman that I always end the show with, so it is about that time. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank my special guests, Eli Mosley and Anthony Bonnet, for being on the program. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central Time, we'll do New Music Friday. I'll be playing the best in new country music and a great radio interview with Aaron Ponsonby, all the way from Glasgow, Scotland, will be on tomorrow night's show. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toe. rock and